Cristiano Ronaldo is arguably one of the best soccer players in the world. His CR7 trademark has spurned off business franchises that nets the soccer star several millions per year. This is in addition to his bumper salary package with his current club. In 2019, Forbes estimated his total earnings at $109 million. This is in addition to over $600 million he's earned over the span of his career. That cash bucket means he can afford to indulge his love for flashy automobiles, and he does have quite a few rides in his collection, as you will discover in the video. Here are the 15 luxury cars Ronaldo owns. Maserati Grande Cabrio. Maserati's first ever 4-seater convertible may not have the most appealing of designs, but it's arguably one of the best sounding V8 engine sports cars. The car is no slouch either, with that Ferrari-derived V8 power plant capable of over 400 horsepower. It is pretty easy to see why Ronaldo would enjoy the occasional cruise in one, with the top down. RollsRoyce Cullinan. The Cullinan is arguably the most luxurious SUV on the planet today, and we're not surprised that the Juventus superstar decided to add it to his growing collection. The car comes loaded with a host of features, including a 4-way climate control, 18-speaker audio system, and sumptuous upholstery fit for royalty. Then there's a massive 6.75-liter V12 under the hood to provide all the power he needs for the road. Chevrolet Camaro SS. The Camaro SS costs less than $50,000 and has to be one of the most cheapest cars owned by Ronaldo. Driving the car with the roof down does have a certain appeal, and in this image the soccer star sure looked pretty relaxed as he shared an afternoon drive with his mother and one of his kids. Bugatti Veyron. The first Bugatti to arrive in his collection was his black Grand Sport Vitesse with contrasting orange interior. He purchased this car in 2016, fresh off his Champions League victory with Real Madrid. With the top speed in excess of 254 miles per hour, the car once held the official record as the fastest open-top production car in the world. Bugatti Senna DSC. Cristiano Ronaldo's emerged as the face of a Bugatti brand. He once featured in a Nike ad where he raced a Veyron. His collection also includes the Bugatti Chiron and Veyron Grand Sport Vitesse. In recent times, there have been several reports stating that he's one of the 10 lucky future owners of the Senna DSC. This is a limited edition masterpiece created to pay homage to the iconic Bugatti EB110 was introduced to the public in 2019. Bugatti Chiron. Currently the second Bugatti and second most expensive member of the collection, the Chiron is an ultra-exclusive hypercar that cost Ronaldo well over $2 million to acquire. He showed off the machine in September of 2017, just after he made his 400th appearance for Real Madrid, a game in which he scored a brace. He decided on a two-tone silver and black finish with his trademark CR7 logo embossed on the headrest and painted on the side of the car. Ferrari 599 GTO. In 2010, Ferrari debuted the 599 GTO and described it as the most extreme sports car it had ever produced at the time. The car was based off the 599 GTB but included more power and aerodynamic elements that literally doubled the high-speed downforce of the GTO compared to the GTB model. Only 599 units of this car were built, making it a very special part of Ronaldo's collection. Mercedes-Benz S65 AMG Coupe. Cristiano Ronaldo is very careful about projecting an image of power and control whether he's on or off the field, and this hulking beast fits right into that profile. The coupe packs a trademark S-Class luxury in a 2-seater body and dishes out top-notch performance from its 6.0-liter twin-turbo V12 engine. Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead. The Phantom Drophead remains one of the most expensive production cars. In 2008, shortly after he stated his intention to remain at Manchester United, Ronaldo splashed over $500,000 to acquire the stately automobile. It was a car fit for the rising football legend he was becoming, and we also think it served his ego well. Lamborghini Aventador. In 2012, Ronaldo celebrated his 27th birthday with some style when he dug into his weekly wages and bought himself this Lamborghini Aventador. The blacked out paint scheme adds an element of aggressiveness to the naturally aspirated V12 supercar that is capable of putting down almost 700 horsepower. There are more reports that he owns another Aventador, and the soccer player shared pictures of a white one on his Instagram account. Ferrari F12 TDF. Ronaldo is a Ferrari fan and currently has a few parked up in his garage. The most impressive has to be this limited edition Ferrari F12 TDF. Only 799 units of the V12 supercar were produced. The car can hit a top speed of in excess of 210 miles per hour and needs less than 3 seconds to get to 60. The football ace sure has a thing for fast wheels. Some may argue this car was ruined by Ferrari. in transforming the sure-footed F12 Berlinetta Grand Tourer into the fast and loose, apex-sounding F12 TDF, Ferrari engineers deconstructed the stability that's inherent in the F12's long wheelbase, its substantial weight, and its high polar moment of inertia relative to mid-engine cars. The front tires grew in width from 255mm to 285mm, an aggressive alignment boosted turn-in and lateral grip, and with no change to the rear tire width, a fickle oversteering monster was born. One Ferrari engineer for this car just said, "First, we screwed up the car." McLaren Senna. McLaren Senna is the ultimate track car that's still legal enough for public roads. Only 500 units of the 789 horsepower Senna were built, and Ronaldo is one of the famous owners. His spec is finished in a combination of silver and polished carbon with red accents. He picked up the car in 2019 and has been pictured a few times cruising the car in Lisbon, Portugal. McLaren engineers claim that the Senna is the most direct and responsive car that they ever built, and it's been crafted specifically to set new benchmarks at the track. Named after storied Brazilian Formula 1 driver Ayrton Senna, this hypercar eats up pavement with blistering speed and focus intensity. The base model Senna is street legal, but its billowing engine note and complete lack of cargo space makes it clear that this beast is most at home than on the racetrack. The fact that the car's production numbers are very limited suggests that its value will, over time, appreciate beyond its $1 million starting price. Therefore, one could argue that the Senna offers more than just a supremely thrilling driving experience, it's also a good investment. Porsche 911 Turbo S. The 911 Turbo S is powered by a turbocharged power plant that propels the car to a top speed in excess of 200 miles per hour, while 0 to 68 miles per hour is achieved in under 3 seconds. Ronaldo snagged this up in 2016, soon after he was snubbed for what would have been his 5th Ballon d'Or award. To us gearheads, that might have just been the perfect compensation. Launching another mighty salvo in the horsepower wars, the Porsche 911 Turbo and Turbo S are amped up to be over 640 horsepower. High-output sports cars such as the 577 horsepower Mercedes AMG GTR, the 602 horsepower Audi R8, the 631 horsepower Lamborghini Huracan Evo are all rivals to both 911 turbos, but none of them come with the same heritage and storied history. With coupe and cabriolet body styles, they'll likely offer similar standard and optional equipment as lesser 911 models and be powered by a twin turbocharged 3.8-liter flat 6 engine located, where else? In the rear. Porsche says it will bring up the high-performance 911 models to market in late 2020. Mercedes-Benz GLE 63S AMG. This is one of the regular cars owned by the Juventus point man. The top-of-the-line AMG is a 577 horsepower monster with prices that start at about $110,000, less than what Ronaldo makes in a week. He's one of the most highest-paid soccer stars and has been for several years, so this purchase barely scratched the surface. He could afford to buy an entire fleet if he wanted, a different color for every day. Mercedes practically invented the factory-built high-performance luxury SUV in 1999 when it stuffed a 5.4-liter V8 into its ML Class Ute and christened the ML55 AMG. That vehicle's stats and figures: 342 horsepower, 376 pounds of torque, 60 miles per hour in the mid-sixes seems quaint 2 decades later. But at the time, the company was able to call it the fastest Ute in the world. With more than half of Mercedes AMG sales today being utility vehicles, it makes sense for the performance sub-brand to keep pushing its SUV bar even higher. The redesigned 2021 GLE 63S is the latest to faithfully adhere to the mega horsepower tradition. Audi RS7. One of the perks of being a Real Madrid player is that you get a new Audi car every year. In 2017, while Ronaldo was still at Real Madrid, he opted for one of the most powerful models on offer, the RS7. The car, finished in Panther Black, is a proper performance hatchback with a twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8 engine capable of producing almost 600 horsepower. The 2021 Audi RS7 Sportback is a wide-bodied, heart-pounding four-door sports car that features a usable backseat and practical hatchback. This all-new RS7 represents the mightiest version of the comparably subdued Audi A7. The RS model wears more aggressive-looking bodywork and has exclusive high-performance equipment that helps it compete with ferocious rivals such as the Mercedes AMG GT 63S and Porsche Panamera turbos. Audi makes this easy because there's only one RS7 to choose from, and it comes extremely well equipped with things such as all-wheel drive, four-wheel steering, and adjustable air suspension system. For maximum madness, consider the black optics package, which adds darkened exterior trim and giant 22-inch wheels. Subscribe and hit that notification button so you don't miss any more videos of cars and celebrities and much more. go ahead and check out the Cars and Celebrities playlist and the video link down in the description. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.